hard reset, or a short-term bleep. We also have another educator with us today, Mr. Samish Dalal, presenting his take on the current situation. Over to you, Samish.
Nitin, that's nice of you, and I wish everyone a wonderful evening. And the only difference between online and the real world is that it's 5 o'clock and we're missing the evening tea. So everybody has to make their own tea and hold the glass in your hand.
Right.
And the second thing is, Surbi shared some set of questions which had to be thought through for me. And one of them would be, or rather the light area to address is that how are the students coping up with the online thing? So as Parimal sir rightly mentioned, there are two different aspects of students. Ones who are accustomed to meeting in person would enjoy offline classes, but the ones who are used to computer-based classes or online classes, they are finding it good. But if we look at from the other side of the story, and that is the faculty body. So we kept on talking about the student community, the faculty body. That's also an area which is a wonderful area for learning, actually. Some faculty find online teaching easy and doable, okay? And they feel that they can reach, whereas some faculty feel that even a 1 hour class is sufficient, then a break is required, or even say 45-50 minutes class is good and then a break is required.
Right.
So I think that's one area which is also worth exploring, because some faculty are very, very interactive, are very participative. They extract the best out of the student and they make the student communicate also. So
right.
What you can say? They encourage participation and engagement in the class.
Interaction.
Yeah. Yes. So that's one thing that needs perhaps a relook also, that, okay, it's possible or not. And the second thing is the experiential part, that many times what happens is in an education, a lot of learning happens by being in the place where it is. Like I always keep telling people that online is good. It's, and not right now as the time says, but it's just good in any case. And we have been doing Skype calls and we have our interviews taking place on Skype.
Correct.
So we don't ask our the candidate who's an applicant and his mentor or her mentor to travel from XYZ place to Bombay or Delhi, wherever it is. We do the interviews on Skype, and that we've been doing for last 5 years. And so that's normal for us. But what's happening is the interpersonal skill and the social skill that people learn by being together. Just imagine, had you been with me live, अपन ऐसे बात नहीं करते, we would have shaken hands, गले मिलते, perhaps things would have been different. Right. So that's that interpersonal skill and the social skill that is perhaps what people may find missing in the online space. In the as he rightly pointed, as Parimal sir rightly pointed, a combination of both would be important, and it is an important thing for the faculty body also to learn and adapt to these type of new practices.
How are you boosting the morale of the students in the current situation? Or is it that the students have already adopted this and we are too late to adopt this?
No. I guess there are two answers to it. Yes. So just one fine day on 30th of March, one student, alumni just sends me WhatsApp. Sir, why don't we do a seminar, a webinar? We just want to have a touch base with you.
Okay.
So then I, and along with one more faculty, we did 50 minutes. That total comes to 2 hours, but 50 minutes, 10 minutes lag up and down and all that. And we did one session, and the alumni felt good about it. Basically, I wouldn't say whether anybody is adapting to this or not, or what it is, but they felt good about it. And then we did a second session also with another set of some alumni.
All right.
Two things, Nathan, I would like to mention.
Go on.
First, that very, very less times I have seen our youngsters, when you pick up a call and talk to them, beta, how are you? And I have never heard anybody saying, sir, bekar halat hai. At least once they say, badhiya hai.
Okay.
And I know, you know, everybody knows you've been locked down in house for like almost like 10 days, 15 days, 20 days. You're not moving out. It's not badhiya. But the way it is echoed is like that. And second, I guess the younger generation, for us, you know, we have been a journey. So all the guys who are like 45, 50, 55, 60, you've been to a journey. So for you, it's a perhaps a speed breaker. You pass through that and then maybe go ahead.
Correct.
Okay. But for them, like this 20, 21, 20 to 25, for them, this is the first one. So for them, it's actually a start. Correct. So they're very cool. They say, okay, starting, say, no problem. Nahi. So they're just coming out of it and being very normal to it. So those people are coming up with positive thoughts. And I'm not talking about the philosophical positive thoughts. Don't take me that way.
Wonderful.
They're coming out with business ideas, things that they can do in current times, that they can do beyond this. And that's how the morale is not broken. In fact, we did one webinar with our upcoming batch also, about just a day before we did. And because that batch was to start in the month of March, but obviously, you know, the conditions. So we couldn't start, and we didn't, if we start in April and if it's fine, everything goes right, we'll start. If not, then once again. So we did have a webinar with them, and we also found the warmth and the morale enough boosted. So I don't see it falling.
We all need to get used to the webinars now in the current situation. Samish, over to you. Do you have an answer to that? People are going to spend less. And so how is this going to affect our industries?
I didn't get it. Can you just tell me that again, please?
Umesh has a question. He's saying that people are going to spend less, right? So how is this going to affect all the industries? That is his question.
Okay. So first of all, I would say that this is like a hypothesis that we believe that people may spend less. Okay. Yeah, I understand that there would be a little bit of conservation. There will be a little element of fear. Yeah. But we may not come to conclusion that people will spend less. They may spend with more cautiousness. I would put that way. Number one. Number two, what I feel is that there will be certain areas which are perhaps a need area for a lot of people. And in purchasing in those areas may not be affected. Buying in those areas may not be affected.
Right.
And the third thing that I feel is that, yes, as you said, there are going to be challenges as far as manufacturing sector is concerned. Answer is yes. There will be. And everybody, in fact, Umeshji, the fact is that it's neither you or nor me. We, all of us are in the same boat.
Yeah.
Okay. So we all will have to sail through this. But the only thing I would want to mention is that, you know, like some manufacturing sectors will take a beating. Some manufacturing sectors may not take a beating. But there will be a little, what you can say, damage to all because it's like that. But however, the only thing that will perhaps matter as far as manufacturing sector is concerned is that how once again an individual entrepreneur manages. So some entrepreneur may be able to manage their business in a slightly different manner, and they might come out with some option or a bailout way as compared to somebody else who might not be able to do so.
All right, good.